4:36 now this morning. We continue to stay on top of developing news in Providence. Just last night, police releasing photos and these videos you see on your screen of a new person of interest connected to the mass shooting at Brown University. Your reporter Anna Stansfield live here in the studio for us this morning. Anna, what have we learned right now?
Okay, good morning. Channel 3 had a crew at the university yesterday who were there as police released those new photos of another person of interest, saying they're now offering a $50,000 reward to anyone with new information that could lead to their arrest. Take a look at your screen right now. That's a look at this new person of interest connected to this shooting. These new photos and videos show the man police believe is responsible here walking near campus about 2 hours before the shooting happened. While on campus yesterday, our crews noticed a very heavy police presence still out there. FBA agents were searching yards, sidewalks, and garbage cans in the area near where that new person of interest was seen walking around in the hopes of finding any evidence that could lead to his discovery. Now, it's still under investigation whether or not he may still be near campus, but police say there is no threat to the public at this time. Classes and final exams have been canceled, so many students have returned home for winter break, but a memorial on campus does continue to grow. I'm your reporter in studio, Anna Stansfield, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Anna, thank you.